Let's go now to WJZ investigator Mike Halgren live in Baltimore County, one of the hardest hit areas of that flooding. Mike?
Mary, this area where I'm standing was just covered in water yesterday, and you can see the gunpowder right now. Even though it's receded a bit, it is still moving fast. We've seen entire trees coming down the river, and you can see all that debris and sediment that's up against the bridge deck here on the Sparks Road Bridge, just touching that bridge deck. We talked to a man who lives a short distance upstream. He is stuck in his house tonight. The gunpowder reached its third highest level ever at more than 14 feet in Glen Cove. The water stranded a school bus here Tuesday, one of at least 32 water rescues in Baltimore County since the rain started falling on Saturday.
Disaster area, I would think it would have receded a little bit by now. You could see the line right there, but once it disappears, you're under about 3 feet of water.
Al Gruchelski is one of several people who are trapped in their homes.
Historically, we're looking at the largest volume possibly that came down the river. The ground surrounding all the surrounding area was so saturated, no more water could be absorbed. So the river was responding almost like this living being. It was creepy.
The big gunpowder falls also spilled over both Cromwell Bridge Road and Loch Raven Drive.
It is rare. This is just, I mean, we've had an inundation of rain for the past week or so, and it doesn't look like we're going to let up too much in the next week either.
From this view, you can see the powerful water raging over the dam.
I looked at the river and I said, oh my God, I've never seen it that high. It just flabbergasted me.
This has been record-breaking rainfall, the wettest July ever in Maryland.
Now, we haven't had a flood for quite a while, and I have never seen this much sediment come down the river.
And you are looking live at some of it right now. Al says that he's been able to catch up on chores at home. He has plenty of food and medicine, and he'll hopefully be able to get out soon. By the way, with all those swiftwater rescues here in Baltimore County, including several this morning, there were no injuries. That's the good news, and for right now, it's clear here. Live in Sparks, Mike Halgren, WJZ.
All right, Mike, that is good news. Thank you. Rick Ritter joins us now with the impact that all of this flooding is having. Rick?
Well, Jess, I'll tell you what, the last thing they need here in Parkton is more rain, but that's what we've had over the past hour or so. Heavy rain that has been off and on. And driving around in Baltimore County, it can feel like a bit of a maze because so many roads are closed. But crews, they are working around the clock, doing everything they can to alleviate some of these issues. Many in the community have had enough. Trees down, roads ripped apart, and heavy flooding. The rain that seems never-ending continues to pummel the Baltimore area.
I really don't remember storms like this really since we had the derecho.
While the record-breaking rainfall totals continue to climb, so do the calls for State Highway Administration, what's been nonstop for days.
As soon as we get one thing cleaned up, it seems like something else goes down.
Cleaning up debris across the area.
This is from Mount Carmel Road.
That ordeal a nightmare for drivers.
It's flooded many times before.
Other roads blocked off for standing water, like this one along Maryland 145. And with the ground still saturated, massive trees are tumbling down, like this one along Charles Street. A widespread impact that's hitting the community as hard as ever.
There's property damage from these natural disasters. There's, lives that are lost. The impact goes on and on and on.
Ken Holcomb with Castlewood Tree Service dealing with the same issues. Removing dozens of trees from homeowners' yards. And doing his part to keep them safe.
So I've been in business now for 24 years. I've never seen anything like the storms that have been going through this year.
While Mother Nature is far from done, it's all hands on deck, a desperate attempt to get Baltimore residents back to a sense of normalcy.
It's about getting the public back on its feet as quickly as we can get them back on their feet.
Jess, it's not just the rain we have to watch for over the next couple of days. The owner of that tree service says any system that could potentially bring high wind gusts because of how saturated the ground is, those trees could easily come down. That is certainly a recipe for disaster. Back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you. And while Marylanders saw a heavy rain, a tornado touched down in Virginia as storms rolled through early this morning. The National Weather Service says it hit Thomas Jefferson High School in Alexandria. It was about 300 feet wide with 70-mile-per-hour winds and was on the ground for only a quarter of a mile. But a fence, 2 sheds, some light poles, and trees were damaged. Remember to download WJZ's weather app to keep track of our changing weather. Get hourly, daily, and extended forecasts, plus severe weather warnings. Search WJZ Weather and get our app.